Now we're going to go over plan sheets. Plan sheets are needed to sufficiently support the take, to provide adequate information for an appraisal, to supply sufficient information to discuss the acquisition with the property owner, documents the areas that are acquired, and the construction activities within the takings. Here is what a plan sheet is. Parcel 1, remember, starts at station 688 plus 10.72 right, and it's not shown on the sheet. The directional arrow shows you the approximate location where parcel 1 would have started at. So it's going to be on the next sheet. You can see we've colored in a yellow area. It says the begins work at station 681 plus 81.74. That red directional arrow shows the way we are heading up station on this project. And there is the match line. Okay, so now we have moved to the next page of the plan sheets. There is the match line. And here is highway station 688 right. And remember, parcel 1 starts at 688 plus 10.72 feet right. So that means it starts 10.72 feet after highway station 688 right, which is the approximate location with that directional arrow that we're showing you. This is the flow of water in the ditching. You can see those little squiggly lines, and they're moving towards the right, which is up station, but up station is also going downhill. There's nothing of note happening at the northwest corner of the parcel 1 property. So there's the end of this plan sheet, and that's the match line. So now we're going to move on to the next plan sheet. There's that match line. Parcel 1 is from station 688 plus 10.72 through 694 plus 32.14. So here's station 689. Red arrow shows where it's at. Station 690. Red arrow shows where it's at. 691, 692, 693. Red arrows show where they're at. Highway station also happens to be the center line of State Route 73. And I've highlighted an area in here. It says begin project is at station 688 plus 81.74. And a dotted red arrow shows you where that is located at. New road pavement we're going to draw in for you by this red line. See where the new road pavement is at. We're now driving or drawing in the driveway for parcel 1 with this brown color. And the road pavement continues. So now you've got an idea where the new road pavement is at. Within this paved area is a raised concrete median, also known as a splitter island. The directional arrow shows you where it's located at, and we're drawing that in a blue color. So that splitter island is located to the right of the driveway for parcel 1, but is not in front of parcel 1. That red line is the new right-of-way line. And then down on the bottom is a legend. It's highlighted in red. It shows that it's a cross-hatched area. Item 670, it's ditch erosion protection. And we've drawn a directional arrow to show you where the ditch protection is on this sheet. And you can see that the ditch protection area is to the left side of the driveway for parcel 1. And water from the ditching is going to be directed into a culvert. So again, we've got these little brown arrows that's showing you how the water is flowing. It goes into the ditch protection area, and it then will go underneath the driveway. And you can see that there's something that's under the driveway. And what we've done is we've just blown the driveway up. And again, you can see the water flowing under the driveway. And also water is flowing from across the street towards parcel 1. And then it will gather and then continue to flow in the ditching to the right side of parcel 1's driveway. D2 itemized on this sheet is a 12-inch conduit. And now we are back up on the right-of-way sheet. You can see that the water continues in front of the property in the new right-of-way. The drive for parcel 1 is identified as drive number 11. And we can show, we've highlighted this in red to show you where the driveway is at. And then curbing starts at station 691 plus 34 right. And we've drawn a dotted red line to show you where the curbing's at. And it's also identified on this plan sheet. I've drawn another red arrow to show you that. And it says begin curbing and gutter, and it gives us the station number at 691 plus 34.08. So you can see that the curbing starts just to the right side of where the driveway meets the pavement for the traveled way. There is nothing impeding a full turning movement from the driveway of Parcel 1. So before the project, you could enter and leave the property via the driveway with nothing impacting your turning, and the same thing happens after the project. And now we're going to move to a match line, move to the next sheet. Now this next sheet is a blow up of the drive detail, and it came from page 84 of the construction plans. And remember that the Parcel 1 is driveway number 11. So at the top, you can see where we've highlighted or outlined in black. These are the residential driveways for drives 11 and 12. And driveway 11 is outlined in red. And we've just drawn a red line, which is the center line of the new driveway. The next two slides is a photograph of drive 11 and a blow-up view of drive 11. This is from Google Earth, and you can see driveway 11 as it exists before the project. There are two trees located on either side of the driveway that will be taken. It's a stone wall on either side of the driveway that's going to be taken, and pillars that are taken, and a fence that is taken, and an entry gate that is taken along the driveway. All right, so now we've gone back to the drive number 11 detail sheet. The blue lines are showing the pavement for the road. The road pavement is generally in the same location as before the project. It remains a 2-lane roadway. New curbing is shown by this green, heavy green line that we just inserted into the drive detail sheet. The old drive is shown by those dotted lines, and the new driveway we're drawing in right now with the red lines. And now we're drawing in dotted lines, which is showing the existing right-of-way before the project. And the heavier line that we're drawing is the new right-of-way line, which is about 10 feet beyond the existing right-of-way. Now we're drawing in a red dotted line, which is showing us the temporary. And the temporary in this area of the property is needed to reconstruct the driveway, which is going to be taken. The drive throat is approximately 18 to 20 feet wide at the right-of-way line, both existing and new. It remains at the same general location. Note that part of the fence encroaches into the existing right-of-way, and that fencing will be removed. And a red line shows you how that fencing is in front of the existing right-of-way, thus it's an encroachment. Fencing on this side will also be removed, and it looks to be part of that fencing may encroach into the existing right-of-way too. The stone wall is removed. You can see where those directional arrows are at. And the pillar looks to be that it encroaches into the existing right-of-way. We've drawn a circle here to show you that that pillar at the end of the wall most likely encroaches into existing right-of-way. And then on the other side of the driveway, you can see the other pillar that probably encroaches into the right-of-way. Property or the driveway has a full turn movement from both the old and new driveways on the State Route 73. There is no splitter island in front of the driveway, and the curbing is just beyond the limits of the driveway to the right. All right, so new plan sheet. There's the match line from the sheet we just looked at. Remember, parcel 1 starts at station 688 plus 10.72 and runs through station 694 plus 32.14, running to the right side because we're going up station. So station 691 plus 32.14 is right at that corner right there. That would be the end of parcel 1. And those heavy brown lines represent the property lines for parcel 1. Remember, property runs through the center of existing State Route 73. That blue line shows the limits of the new right-of-way. And station 694 we've just identified with a red directional arrow. And we're drawing in the road pavement in with a heavy red line. So that's where the new road pavement will be. It's part of this project. And we have that raised concrete median continues from the area from the previous plan sheet and onto this plan sheet. And we're drawing that in with a heavy blue line. You can see that. It's also known as a splitter island. All right, so the splitter island is in front of parcel 1 at this location. And now we're drawing in these little brown arrows, which is showing us the directional flow of the water still running downhill until it gets to this location, which we've outlined with a red circle. We're going to blow that up. D7 is a catch basin, and more details would be found on page 38 of these construction plans. D4 is an 18-inch conduit, which can also be found, more detail can be found on page 38 of the plans. In this area, trees are taken. You can see an X through the trees. And we're going back up to the plan sheet, and we're showing the way the water continues to flow. All right, it's time for a knowledge check.